How's it going, guys? Bringer Platoon here, and welcome back to another great set of games in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I will be showing you how to play the Chieftain and how not to give up even during your losses. It's a tier 10 British heavy tank. Its base DPM is 3,000. Its upper plate is garbage and is only like 200 millimeters thick, aiming straight on with no angle, and the lower plate you can hesh right through, so that just shows you how weak that is. If you side scrape in this vehicle, you can be penned in the upper plate still if you overexpose like the front part of your tank, because the way that the sides are, well, I guess it's not the upper plate, it's the side, but the way the sides are angled on this tank, both the side armors, is they equalize when you side scrape, so people can shoot through the 3D model to hit the very pennable armor behind it, and it's not great. You can't side scrape in this thing reliably. You can't do it, especially against tier 10 TDs. You can't overexpose your upper plate. It seems like if you're not using your full 10 degrees of gun depression, and even if you are, there's a tip, there's a point on the, from where it goes to an upper plate to a lower plate, and there's like a thin line there, and people can still shoot that, and it's super easy to pen, even using all your gun depression, aiming down at somebody. If they pop up a little bit, they can see it, and they'll shoot it, and they'll pen it every single time. Even tier 9 and tier 8 vehicles, it's very, very depressing. And they can also premium spam? Sure. Premium spam APCR and heat rounds, tier 10 and tier 9 premium rounds, into the turret as long as they have flat on like 300-ish millimeters of pen, and they'll be able to pen it 70% of the time. It's pretty AIDS, and you'll see it happen in this replay. You're gonna see happening right in front of you. I've got a lot of people here on this side, but I know that if I don't take this corner, we're gonna get punished for it, and I'm not gonna get any damage in. But like, cool, he fucking did something. Either he hit my hatch, which is very possible because he's very close to me, or he's spamming. That's the Centurion Action X. Yeah, he's spamming heat into my what is it? Into my upper turret, and it's the angled part that is the weak spot, which is kind of off-putting. But yeah, I see a free kill opportunity. Of course, I'm going to take a tank out of the game, and I still have that Centurion Action X and this Valor looking at me. The Death Star hits me. I thought my upper plate was hidden. Apparently, it wasn't that hidden, because if it was, like, I bounce off of him. Like, RNG's going to fuck you when you're trying to 3-mark tanks, and just overall throughout the game. Like, I'm looking for every shot I can despite getting damaged as much as possible. And yes, of course, I mentioned before, but this game is going to be a loss. But like, just because it's not going my way and I'm on low health, like 3 minutes into the game, I'm not going to give up. I've got a damaged turret, damage optics. Really the only thing that's impeding my ability here is the damaged turret. Because like, look how fucking slow it turns. It turns slow when it's not damaged, but when it's damaged, oh my god, it's absolutely tragic. But I think the Death Star fired, and he thought he was safe there, but I put another shot into him, and that makes him back off just enough to actually get him safe for real this time. I'm going to put one more shot into him. This gun is phenomenal. It will not fail you in any situation at all. You can snap shots in where you thought, okay, I guess that deserves to go in because I fired it, it penned somebody, and I was going, like, my full top speed. Which, by the way, another complaint for this tank is the top speed says it's 42 kilometers an hour, okay? You're never going to reach that on flat ground. You're never going to reach that on flat ground. You can reach it going downhill, but it's got to be a steep slope, and I get another free pen because I'm, again, not going to just charge the other way because I need more damage to get my mark to go up. I already have enough damage, and with that extra pen, I'm going to go up a little bit more. And I thought I was going to die here. I was like, okay, I'm ready, kill me. And what does he do? He low rolls the bejesus out of me, and then the T95 E5 only tracks me. So good on him. That Centurion Action X gets destroyed. I get a free pen into the side of the E5's track wheel, and I actually pen him through that, so that was another pen. That was an additional 3 pens that I wouldn't have gotten had I charged the other side of that hill. Just because I was low on health and I knew we were going to lose. Although, we did pull it back. This was a win? Wow. I'm clearly very informed on my own gameplay. But, yeah, like, it looked like a loss there, at least from my perspective of things. I definitely didn't think I would have survived much longer in that situation, but I did what I could to get the damage that I needed to go up, and I did. I went up significantly more than I would have had I just given up. But, yeah, this tank is... The gun may be British, the armor may be British, but it's slow. Again, I say your top speed you'll never reach on flat ground. You'll reach like 38 or 37 reliably if there's no bumps in the road at all. This thing needs a horsepower buff like yesterday. It's that bad. If I have to complain about it, it's terrible. Like, I don't care, keep the top speed where it is. It doesn't need to be buffed. It doesn't need to go faster than 42 kilometers an hour. But, like, when you're going uphill, and you're going up it almost as slow as the, well, quote-unquote, recently buffed T95, like, come on. What the hell? But, yeah, the Conqueror has has a lot slower, a Super Conch, obviously, is what I'm referring to, top speed, but it's also got more armor, and this thing doesn't have as much armor as the Valor, yet it moves slower than it, so that's cool. It also has bigger weak spots, like everywhere. The mantlet, the commander's cupola, the viewport, that angled part on the upper part of the turret, if you're facing one like head on, it's on your left side, his right. But yeah. And, I forgot to mention the best part. This is going to be the third marking game for the Chieftain. There's no arty in this game. This is the only reason I'm able to do what I do here is because there's no arty. And it's a shame to admit, but I don't think I would have three marked it in this game had arty been a threat. Because, again, if you go here, arty's going to dick onto you. Yeah, there's tier 10 tank destroyers staring down this alleyway a good 80 to 90% of the time, possibly more. But yeah, like, the only reason I was able to do this is because they were far away, they couldn't hit the weak parts of my turret reliably, and I try to get some free track target hit damage here by tracking the E4, which miraculously goes where I want it to because this gun is a miracle worker. But yeah, keep the gun hot. I load premium. I don't need to be shooting premium right now. I just want to 3-mark this tank and get it over with because I want to be done playing it. I try to track the 705A there. I don't hate the tank. The best part. It's got 20 millimeters of roof armor in the chassis and like above the engine deck and in the turret in the ass end behind the commander's cupola. Everything before that is, or in front of that is, like, auto bounce-ish. But, yeah, if arty hits this thing, I got splashed for 1,000 today. Or was that yesterday? Either way, splashed for 1,000? Are you fucking shitting me? I would expect that to deal 1,000 if it hit me. Oh, this is screwed up too. Pay attention to how many premium shots I bounce off this Jag Panzer E100, and then I just keep watching. I'll mention it when it happens. Like, perfectly aimed shots. Okay, yep, that was in his mantlet. That's fine. RNG's gonna fuck me. I'm gauging how skilled these people are and how aware they are because this Jag keeps like shot into that Jag Panzer E100, and I can't pen him with 322 pen, or whatever the pen is for the premium APCR on this thing. But yeah, as for loading premium, I just want to make sure these shots go in. When I'm aiming at something, I want to make sure I have the necessary premium pen to go in, the necessary pen to actually damage the target. But yeah, like, oh, there's a free shot on the machine. Guess what? It's going to dip down because I'm trying to 3-mark this vehicle and RNG hates me. But I do get miraculously lucky firing at that FE 4005. I thought about loading Hesh, but 671 meters a second is just too fucking slow for the Hesh round. It's crazy. Like, I fire at a grill 153 meters away and it still takes a second to reach his tank. It's like, what? But yeah, check this shit out. Oh my god, that's fucking beautiful. And AIDSy as fuck at the same time. He had 60% of that thing covered up, and I managed to hit the 40% that was sticking out. But yeah, I've got standard ammunition loaded now, and I'm going to take another shot at that Jagdpanzer E100 because that shit barn is hiding. And look what happens. Like, oh, can't shoot that. Like, sure. Alright. 270 pen is obviously better than 300 plus pen because I went through him like it didn't matter. And I shot at that 3 times at least. And 2 of those times I actually hit where I was aiming, so that's a plus. I'm going to wait for this E4 to fire on the IS-7 or somebody else, and then I'm going to make my move around him or gauge if he is going to, the poor machine. If it angles a little bit, you can shoot it through the side, even through the track like this. It's so funny. Oh, poor machine. And the machine also has the mantlet weak spot, same thing that the Chieftain has. Does it have the same turret as the Chieftain? I think it does. So yeah, I'm going to track that E4 in place just to make sure that I don't get fucking wailed on by 2 tier 10 tank destroyers, because I didn't think that grill could hit me either. But I took a chance. I only got hit once, and I still have 2/3 of my health left. I'm detected. I'm not going to let this E4, or I'm not going to go quite yet. I'm going to make sure that the E4 is not turning around to face his flank, because if he is, then I don't want to make that push just because he could load premium right into my turret, and yeah, it's not cool. So he is still aiming over here, which is good news. I'm going to wait till I get undetected, and I am going to flank him along this little path that, no, they did not patch out of the game yet, thank Christ, because otherwise it would be obscenely overpowered to spawn down the 1, 2, 3, 4 line. Or the south spawn, I should say. But, like, this spot, this risky little maneuver here to get to this spot it's absolutely worth it. Like, you get penned once or twice by mediums, sure, take the risk, go over here. If you don't have any people, like, I would say around H7 just supporting you, then don't do this, because you're just going to get rushed by somebody already waiting down here, or a medium, an autoloader, etc. And this E4, once again, he's not the smartest of players. I'm going to put a free shot into his tracks. The grill, I'm going to look over him really quick just to make sure he didn't realize what's happening. And I'm going to put another tracking shot into the E4's track, almost missing him, but I keep him there just long enough to kill him. So that was awesome. Now I'm going to load Hesh now, and then the grill realizes what's happening, and he's going to try and run away. But look how long it takes for the shot to get to him. Like, ugh, it's so slow. Like, yes, hashing things is super fun for high rolls, but, like, it just takes so long to get to their tanks. It's mind-boggling. Like, if they move a little bit, like, if they're facing east and west, and you're shooting north, and they move a little bit, your Hesh round will miss them. It's just sad. And I actually make a stupid mistake coming up here, but by the time I make it, I already have enough damage to go up in the mark, to exceed 0.50%, or, sorry, 95% damage standing, so I really don't care about risking everything for the biscuit. Risking it for the biscuit, as, Skill would say in his videos. But, yeah, if you want to check out his channel, he's like a Russian guy, like a full-fledged Russian dude playing World of Tanks, or commenting over them, other people's gameplays and his own, much like Quickie Baby. But, yeah, he's a funny guy, and let's just leave it at that. I'm going to get some free shots on this E100 and Death Star. I believe I finished off the Death Star and set his ass on fire, but memory could be fooling me here. Like, he's instantaneously looking at me. It's like, okay, good for you, dude. Like, I don't want to fuck with him if he's at, like, that much of a full health. This Type 5 Heavy, while he does have a good game by the end of it for his tank, he's a fucking coward. And it's this moment right here that screws me over, because at this point, I thought I had, like, 1,000 health before he shot me, so I'm like, oh, or around 1,000 health. He's got the small gun. That's no problem. I've got 676. He could high roll me and I'd still survive. But no, he actually has on the big gun. And if I would have penned his fucking turret there like I was supposed to, RNG, then I wouldn't have died. I wouldn't have died. And I know I would have penned his turret because he was equalizing it by going up that slope. And this fucking Type 5 Heavy, look what he's doing. I don't care if he had a 5,000 plus damage game in this thing. He's 100% health, and he just fucking sits there. He kills the 100, and he backs off. Why? Why? Like he's got a medium behind him? And a Type 5 Heavy that's got the high explosive gun on. Like, that other Type 5 Heavy can't hurt you, dude. And all that they have in, like, the little... I'm gonna send him a message, just... I'm not going to skip any of it, but I just call him a coward for doing nothing, and I blame him for my death when in reality it was my own foolishness, so ignore that. But in, like, the... I can't see the fucking map because I'm typing away. In that little dip to the right of the mountain there, where you can go up and aim in, like, the 6 line as they cross up into the A4, A5 area... All they had here was an Andre the Giant tank. That's it. That's all they fucking had. And, this T95E6 is going to get a free kill on him. And then, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he made the right play. Maybe I'm just salty because I died and I'm angry at myself. But he had 100% health, ladies and gents. There is no reason why he couldn't be more aggressive for that E100. Like, it would make the E100 turn the turret. It would make the Type 5 Heavy distracted. He would have been fine. And he had tanks defending him, or with him then. I don't know. I don't know. But we win the game. Nothing bad happens after that, besides my demise. And just... we have a Jagdpanzer E100 just joining the fight. So, yeah. More great players doing what they do best and just making the game so much more fun for everyone. I don't know how he penned him there, unless that was the T95E6 behind him. But, yeah. I don't know. I finished the third mark on this tank today, and I thought it would be a lot tougher to get because of all the tank's weaknesses. But really, all you gotta do, here's a big secret to 3-marking the Chieftain. You ready? Play like a bitch. It's all you gotta do. Get hull down, wait for people to come to you, don't side scrape because they'll fuck your world up, and just dick on them with firing every 7 seconds with the loadout that I have, which is coated optics to up that view range a little bit because 390 for a tier 10 heavy tank is AIDS, and getting spotting damage always helps with the mark anyway, vertical stabilizer, and a gun rammer. And it's just under 7 seconds for the reload time. So, yeah, there's a little insider tip for you. But hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Sorry I was kind of shit at the end there. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.